This video will cover blastic plasmacytoid dendritic cell neoplasm. Let's anchor ourselves. Let's cover the first and second words. Blastic plasmacytoid will be remembered by this rasta character saying bomboclot because rasta sounds like plasma and because the word bomboclot literally has the word bomb in it and therefore will remind us of blastic. This is a new symbol and I think it's a good one. Denture sounds similar to dendritic, right? So the set of dentures here is our symbol for dendritic cells. Okay, now that we're anchored, let's begin. This neoplasm primarily involves the skin, with some cases also involving lymph nodes, peripheral blood, and bone marrow. To represent the skin, notice that one of the main objects in this scene is this skincare product here. Now let's cover the immunophenotype. I think this is one of the easiest immunophenotypes to remember because you can remember it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. CD123, CD4, and CD56 are classically positive. But since we're here, let's have prompts to remember these. CD123 is simple to remember because look at this set of CDs here. You've got volume 1, 2, and 3, the full collection. This of course represents CD123. You may or may not remember that our symbol for CD4 is a door because the number 4 sounds like door. And well, look at this door here. It's even got the number 4 on it to really hammer it in. CD56 will be remembered by this frisbee made of sticks because the word frisbee sounds like the number 50 and the word stick sounds like the number 6. So that's all the positive CDs we should remember. Now let's cover some pertinent negative CDs. CD3, CD14, CD19, CD34, lysozyme, and MPO are expected to be negative. Let's do a double whammy for CD14 and CD3. See this fortune chest with a red X on it? A fortune chest is our prompt for the number 14 because fortune sounds similar to 14. The fact that there's a large red X on the fortune chest will help us remember negative CD14. Usually we remember CD3 with a tree because the word tree sounds like the number 3. But see how the sign states that it is prohibited to chop trees here? This will remind us of negative CD3. CD19 is represented by this teenager here rolling his eyes and saying fine. The fact that he's a teenager is going to help us remember the teen portion of 19, and him saying fine will help us remember the number 9 since fine sounds like 9. Put those together and we'll remember CD19. Additionally, look at his shirt with this negative sign. This is to help us get to negative CD19. CD34 is always represented by one dirty door since dirty door sounds like the number 34. You can't see it very well, but I can assure you that this door here in the background is dirty. It needs cleaning. Now let's talk about lysozyme. You guys know that famous cleaner called Lysol? Lysol for us represents lysosomes. And what do enzymes do? They break things down, right? So this crushed can of Lysol will remind us of lysozyme because we're combining Lysol with enzyme to get lysozyme. Since the can is crushed, unusable, and it has a big red X on it, this is how we're going to remember negative lysozyme. In other videos, we've used a crushed can of Lysol to remember lysozyme, but this one has a big red X on it. Okay, now let's go to the last one, MPO. Our symbol for myeloid is an apple because myelo in Greek is apple and myelo sounds like myeloid. Additionally, a parole officer, or more known as a PO, can be used here because if you combine the fact that this PO has an apple, then we can remember MPO. But we need to have a way to remember negative MPO. We're going to do this by simply noticing what they're thinking about. They're saying they need to be off duty. So a PO officer who is off duty and with an apple will help us remember negative MPO.